Hey guys, I wanted to share a little bit of my story and give you a little bit of background about my journey through coaching and how I got to where I am now. So, I began coaching actually about 4 or 5 years ago. I signed up to be a coach. I didn't do one thing and then I quit. Fast forward about a year or so, I signed up again to be a coach, and again I did nothing, and then I quit again. So fast forward to about 20 months ago, I'd already signed up to be a coach twice, and I had quit twice, and I still felt this need to be doing something different in my life, and I felt drawn to Beachbody because I loved the company and I loved what they stood for, and I'd been following coaches for years at this point because I had been a coach and canceled and signed up and canceled so many times that I'd been following quite a few coaches, and the freedom that they had, and financial freedom, time freedom, and the freedom to really foster their relationships with their family and friends, and just the mental freedom. Honestly, they came off as people who were happy in their careers. So I was so drawn to it. So about 20 months ago, January 2015, I decided to give coaching one last try. My third time around being a coach, I decided I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to take the advice of my mentor and put it into action and make this business work. So last January, I was a realtor, full-time realtor. I was a bartender at night, and then I did medical billing a couple evenings per week, about 15 hours a week I was doing medical billing. So I was doing 3 jobs. My parents also own a farm. I'm sitting in their backyard. They just got this cool water feature put in. And we have 5 horses, 3 dogs, and 3 cats, and I am solely responsible for taking care of all those animals every day. I have to do the horse chores. I have to go in the morning and let them out, bring them in the evening, and it's about a couple hours of work every single day. So I was full-time at one job, part-time at 2 other jobs, and taking care of 11 animals. So I was exhausted, to say the least. I was broke. I had just bought a new house, a new townhouse. I'm from Minnesota, and I could barely pay my mortgage. My car was breaking down. My truck wouldn't start sometimes, and it was kind of scary because I would bartend late at night and never know if my car was going to start, which was just really scary. And it was this gut feeling of, this cannot be what my life is meant to be. This cannot be what I was put on earth to do and to feel like. I know I'm meant to feel better than this, to accomplish more than this, than feeling like shit every day. There would be days where I would cry driving into bartending, and I would pick up extra shifts anytime that I could because I really needed the money. And bless my parents' hearts, they're like, we can help you. And I was very lucky in that sense that they offered to help, but I never wanted their help. They were so good to me growing up. I didn't want their help. I didn't want to have to ask for help. At the time, I was 25 years old. I didn't want to have to ask for help to pay my mortgage. I was like, I'm not a kid anymore. I should be responsible and be able to pay for this stuff. And I couldn't. And it was miserable. I was absolutely miserable. And as a result of that, my relationship suffered, both my friendships and my romantic relationship. My relationship with my parents was strained. I just felt terrible, to put it lightly. So when I decided to give coaching a go for a third time, I decided I was just going to do what my mentor told me to do. I wasn't going to try to reinvent the wheel. I wasn't going to try to do anything special. I was just going to do the basics. And I knew I wanted to get in shape myself and feel healthy myself. So I started with that. I signed up to be a coach January 2015, and I decided I'm just going to go for it. Month one was a lot of learning how to run the business. It was hectic, to tell you the truth, but it gave me hope. I felt like for the first time in my life, I was doing something that was making a difference, not only in my life, but in other people's lives. I was helping people get healthy and fit, and I was helping people find financial freedom. And I can tell you, I made about $140 on my first paycheck. We get paid every single week with Beachbody, which is awesome. I made about $140 that first week, and I felt like I had won the frickin' lottery. $140 was enough to pay for my gas for the week and to buy some groceries. I didn't have to steal groceries from my parents' house, which I had been doing for months. I would go over and just grab small things and live off of that. So $140 for that week, I felt like I was rich. I felt amazing. And I just started to build off of that and build off of it. Each week, I would learn a little bit more. And the great thing about our team is we're on the number 2 team in all of Beachbody. And we have every single tool and resource at our fingertips. It's quite amazing, actually. When this business falls into the hands of the right person, the sky is the limit. So fast forward, January 2015 is when I signed up. Fall last year, 2015, I was able to quit my real estate job and quit my bartending job. And it was awesome. And I'm not going to say it was easy. It was super easy. I just started coaching and I started making a full-time income. No, I worked really hard. And like I said, I followed my mentor's advice. I went through the new coach training, which I provide for everyone. And I just did a little bit each and every day. I just stayed consistent. And I was able to go full-time last fall. And now, a year later, I'm making a full-time income as a Beachbody coach. And it's awesome. The time freedom is awesome. The financial freedom is awesome. I shared yesterday on my Facebook profile that my car did finally break down, and I was able to go get a new car and put 50% down. And for the first time in my life, I qualified for a loan. And it was a great feeling to have the financial freedom to know that that was okay. If my car broke down, that was okay, because I could get a new one and I could afford it. And it was amazing. So Beachbody honestly has saved my life. And this is my third time around at coaching. This is my third try at this. I crashed and burned the first 2 times as a coach. And the only difference between those 2 times and this time is that I've just put in the effort every single day. I do a little bit of work every day and I build off of it every single day. I show up every day to this business. I show up every day for my team. And the point of this group is just to let you know like what is possible. If you decide today that you want to be a Beachbody coach and a year from now you want to retire from your full-time job, we can make that happen. I am living proof that that can happen. And I want you guys to know the possibilities of this business. It's a real business. I'm a real person. I know sometimes when you meet people on the internet, it's like, is this even real? Like, is she even doing this real time? This is my full-time job. It's real. It's not a scam. And I'm going to talk more this week, tomorrow and Friday. And even tonight, I'm going to do another video live. But I'm going to talk about why it's not a pyramid scheme and exactly what I do and how I make money. But I wanted to make sure that you guys knew I was a real person and knew a little bit about my story, and that if you're struggling right now, I can relate to that. That's exactly where I was last January. And now I'm living a life of freedom. You know, it's a Wednesday afternoon and I am at home enjoying this beautiful weather, and I want you guys to be here with me. I want you to have the freedom to do what you want to do on a Wednesday afternoon. And if you want that to happen, we can make it happen. All right, guys, tune in tonight, and I'm going to talk about what it is exactly that we do as Beachbody coaches and how we help people. So I hope you enjoyed a little bit of my story. If you have any questions about it, I am so open about it. I would love to chat more. Comment below any questions, and then please tune in tonight around 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to go live in this group talking about what exactly Beachbody coaches do to help people. All right, guys, see you there.